From the Republic of South Africa, Honorable Madam Thokozile Didiza, Honorable Madam Thandi Modise.
The host country is fielding new players in the Pan-African Parliament, but one name made the House erupt.
Honorable Julius Malema. Honorable Chief Majesizwe Mandela.
EFF is credited with bringing life to South Africa's parliament, and its leaders' gloves are now off for the continent.
How do you hold a 70-year-old accountable in 2063? Nature will not allow for that person to be around at that time. So we need the youth, which will also continue with the institutional memory, which will be loyal to the decisions which are taken by this institution.
Countries are obliged to bring at least one woman out of 5 MPs, but Malema says it should be 50%. He says this senior leadership sent by South Africa will put pressure on the country to sign the Malabo Protocol that gives the parliament teeth to deal with corruption and leaders who don't respect democracy on the continent.
They just see it as one of the touring programs to South Africa. But once you give it sharpened teeth, then people will begin to appreciate.
But the ANC is cautiously optimistic.
Each country wants to cling to its sovereignty. So when you start moving onto the leg of the legislative arena, you've got to, as Africa, begin to say which of the lines are you loosening? Which part of your sovereignty are you letting go?
We are conscious of that as South Africa, and that's why we want to ensure that we do what is necessary within our power to make sure that that protocol is actually approved.
With 2 days to go to the elections for the Bureau, South Africa has to decide whether to back Zimbabwe or Botswana for the southern region to take the presidency.
Why South Africa is not fielding a candidate. I think what is crucial for us is to ensure that the region itself, SADC, is united. We need to ensure that we field strong candidates.
If what the new members of the Pan-African Parliament is anything to go by, then it definitely seems like the winds of change are blowing at this house. The former president of South Africa, Kgalema Motlanthe, will share his thoughts on the health challenges facing the continent on Wednesday. And on Thursday, the continental legislature will select new leaders, the president and 4 vice presidents. Ntakwana Ngatane, SABC News, Midrand.